Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes. Good morning to all. I'm Vaishnavi Sawant. My roll number is 90 and my subject is English. So today we are going to start with a lesson. So before starting, I would like to show you some pictures. Now look at the pictures first. Now Nidhi, tell me which is the first picture you can see?
It is a temple.
Yes, right. What is the second picture, Insha? Yes?
Masjid.
It is a mosque? Yes. And tell me third and fourth also.
Church.
Church, yes.
Temple.
That is Gurudwara, right? Yes. So these four pictures, which is the temple, the mosque, the church, and the Gurudwara. These are the different places of worship which the people worship. Okay. So coming to the next picture. What you can see in this picture? What is the picture?
Gautam Buddha Temple.
Yes, right. It is Gautam Buddha's temple. That is Buddhist monastery. So this is the temple of Gautam Buddha. So can you tell me who was the founder of Buddhism? Who was the founder? Yes?
Gautam Buddha.
Yes, right. It is Gautam Buddha. The founder of Buddhism is Gautam Buddha. So today we are going to learn more about Gautam Buddha in the story of Gautama's quest. So coming to the next picture. So Gautam Buddha was born over 2,500 years ago as a Prince Siddhartha. Now you can see in the first picture that Gautam Buddha was born before 2,000 years ago. And before the name of Gautam Buddha, he was a prince. And the name of the prince was Siddhartha. That you can see in the first picture how he was born and his name was Siddhartha. In the next picture, you can see he was the son of a king, Raja Shuddhodana and Queen Maya Devi. So Siddhartha, who was the prince, who was a son of a king, that is Raja Shuddhodana and Queen Maya Devi. So they were the parents of King Siddhartha. Now coming to the next picture. In the next part, he was born on the sacred day of Vaishak Purnima at Lumbini, situated near the city of Kapilvastu. 7 days after his birth, his mother Maya Devi passed away. Now you can see in the picture, third picture, that is Gautam Buddha was born on Vishaka Purnima at Lumbini. This is a place where he was born. And what happened, after just 7 days after his birth, his mother Maya Devi passed away. So it was a very sorrowless for him because he was just born and after only 7 days his mother passed away. So this was the birthplace of Gautam Buddha, that is Lumbini. So can you tell me in this paragraph which is the new word you can find? Yes? Yes, Tejasri?
Sacred.
Yes, sacred. Do you know the meaning of sacred? The meaning of sacred is holy. Okay. So the Gautam Buddha was born on the holy day of Vishaka Purnima at a place Lumbini, which is situated near the city of Kapilvastu. And soon after his birth only his mother passed away. That is explained in this paragraph. Now coming to the next paragraph. It was prophesied at his birth that the infant will grow to be either a great Chakravarti, an emperor, or a sannyasi, a renunciant, who will bring comfort to thousands of lost souls. So the meaning of prophesied is that is the prediction of future. So when the Prince Siddhartha was born, it was predicted in the future that when he will be big, he will either be a great emperor or he will be a sannyasi who will be helping the poor people. So when he was born, it was predicted that he will be a great emperor or a sannyasi. So it is explained in this paragraph. Now coming to the next picture. The king was determined to prevent his beloved son from renouncing the world. He surrounded the prince with every imaginable luxury and comfort. It is said that the king had three magnificent palaces, one for each season of the year, and in the beautiful atmosphere of this royal mansions, Prince Siddharth lived his secluded and protected life. So what happened when Prince Siddharth was born? His father was very cautious that he should not understand the sufferings of the world. So that's why he always provided him with luxury and comfort. That is, he provided with all every season. That is, in summer season, in winter season, in rainy season, in every season, there were beautiful palaces and magnificent palaces built for him, so that he will be living a very nice life and clear life. He will be enjoying his life. That was the main motto of his father. That is King Shuddhodana. Okay, are you getting it, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Let's come to the next picture. In good times, the prince was married to one of the most beautiful girl of the realm, Princess Yashodhara, the daughter of the Kolyan king. Soon, a son, Rahul, was born to them. So, can you tell me, Anisha, which is the new word in this paragraph? Yes, Anisha? Yes, anyone can tell me which is the new word you can find in this paragraph?
Really?
Yeah, it is realm. That is the meaning of realm is kingdom. Okay. So what happened in this picture is when Siddharth was, that is Prince Siddharth, became young, he was married to one of the most beautiful girl of the kingdom, and the girl name was Yashodhara. She was also very rich, just like Siddharth and his father Shuddhodana was. And she, the Yashodhara, the princess Yashodhara, was the daughter of the Kolyan king. And they, Siddharth and Yashodhara, then married. You can see in this picture how they are getting married. And after this, after the marriage, a son was born to them, and the name of the son was Rahul. That is given in the next picture. You can see how Siddharth is holding his son Rahul. Okay. Now coming to the next picture. At the age of 29, Siddharth went out to see his kingdom and meet to his subjects. He saw an old man, diseased man, a dead man, and a monk, and then entered into his heart a vision of dukkha, the world sorrow. So what happened in the next para is when Siddharth was 29 age of years, he went to meet his subjects, that is man. So what? First of all, I explained that King Shuddhodana, his father, always wanted that his son should not understand any sufferings of the world. So what happened? Instead, he went to meet his subject, and from the birth till age of 29, he had always seen that the happiness of the world. He had never seen the pain and sufferings of the world. But one day, what happened? He went to meet his subjects, and he saw an old man, a diseased man, a dead man, and a monk. And there entered into his heart a vision of dukkha, the word sorrow. So what happened when he went to meet his subject? He saw that the world is suffering. There is not only happiness in this world, but there is also sorrowness spread in this world. And when he saw this, his heart was melted. Then he understood that the world is full of sorrow. Okay, now you can see how Siddharth saw an old man, a diseased man, a dead man, and a monk, due to which he realized that there is also pain and suffering, the world is suffering. Okay, now let's come to the next picture. Yes, the unanswerable question led him to renounce worldly life, leave his wife and son, and set out in the quest of the truth of life. So what happened when Siddharth saw the sufferings of the world? He was very anxious that what the world is going through. So the meaning of renounce is to give up the happiness. To give up the happiness means which he was living with his wife wife, that is Yashodhara, and son Rahul, he decided to leave all this and go in search of the quest of the truth of life. So he decided to quest. The meaning of quest is search. So he decided that he should be go in search of truth of life. That how is the world, how the world is suffering, how the sorrowness and pain is there in the world. He should understand what is there in the world. So to take the answers of all such questions he was going through, he set out to take the questions. Okay. Yes, students, are you getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
Now coming to the next picture. The story of Gautama's quest that ends in illumination and attainment of nirvana. For 6 years did Gautama practice intense asceticism. For several days in succession, he ate barely a grain of rice. His strong athletic body was reduced to bag of bones. So what happened after Siddharth left his home, that is his wife and his son, he went out in the forest to take illumination and attainment of nirvana. So what is illumination? The meaning of illumination is that lighting. So he used to always take illumination and attainment of nirvana. Nirvana is that the suffering and desire of individual always go. Okay, so Gautam Buddha was not interested in the happiness of the world which he was having from the birth. Now he is interested to serve the people to the world of sorrow. Okay, for 6 years this Gautama practiced intense asceticism. So after this he started practicing asceticism, that is toward the he started servicing the poor people and the spirituality. The meaning of asceticism is spirituality. And what happened due to this, he did not eat any food for many times, for much time, and after this he had hardly eaten a grain of rice. For so many days when he was sitting in the forest, he had not eaten any food, and due to this his body had become very pale and weak, and the strong body which he was having had reduced to only bones. That is, you can see visible how his body has how his strong body has turned into a bones. This much he had become weak because he had not eaten food for much time. Okay. Now coming to the next picture. When he tried to get up to take a bath in the river, he found that he had become so weak that he could not rise. So what happened in the next picture, how Gautam Buddha had become so weak and pale that when he used to get up to take a bath in the river, he was not able to stand also. That much weak he had become. So after this, the life of Gautam Buddha had become very, very weak. How Gautam Buddha is suffering because he was not able to stand also when he was going to take a bath. Okay, so coming to the next paragraph. Just then, a beautiful girl named Sujata appeared before him, carrying a golden bowl filled with sweetened milk and rice. When she saw the weakened Buddha, she offered the bowl at his feet. Lord, please accept my offering of milk and rice. This was his first meal after starvation. It refreshed him and infused that making the body suffer was not the way to enlightenment and truth. So one day what happened, when he was very weak and pale, a girl named as Sujata, she was very beautiful, and she came with a golden bowl in which sugar, milk rice was there. So she offered Gautam Buddha that you should please offer my food, so you can eat this. So what happened after so many days of starvation? This was the first food he eaten. Okay, and one thing he understood that just not making body suffer was not he was getting the answers in the quest of truth. So what he was doing, he was just suffering. He did not eat food for so many days. But he understood that time that it was not such good. That if you're not eating food for so much time, you will not get the answer to the question that you have come in this forest after leaving your home and your wife and son. Okay. Yes, student, did you get it?
Yes.
Yes, now coming to the last paragraph. Gautama had longed for enlightenment. That night he found the answer to his query. What is the cause of sorrow? The cause of sorrow is desire. The cure for sorrow is to give up all desires and adopt right living. So when Gautam Buddha had sat under a tree, he understood that the cause of sorrow is only desire. We only desire and then only we get sorrow. That is his teaching. And for the cure of sorrow, so what his teaching tell us that the cure for sorrow is to adopt all right living. So we should adopt only right things and right living so that we can not suffer in our life and we should be living happily. So these are the teaching that Gautam Buddha taught to his people. Now coming to the last paragraph. Born under a tree, the Buddha received illumination also under a tree. To this day, we venerate this tree as the Bodhi tree. So this is a very, very famous tree in which the Gautam Buddha is sitting. That is the Bodhi tree. And the meaning of venerate is to respect. So we today also we respect this Bodhi tree, which has become very famous due to Gautam Buddha. The tree in which the tree on near the Gautam Buddha is sitting is known as Bodhi tree. And this is only the tree where Gautam Buddha used to sit and do the illumination and spirituality. How you can see in this picture how he's practicing spirituality under a Bodhi tree, which is very famous. So this is explained in this paragraph. Now coming to the questions part. What was the name of Gautam Buddha when he was born as prince? Yes, Darshana, tell me the answer of this. Who can tell me?
Siddharth.
Yes, right. Next question. What was the name of Gautam Buddha's parents? Yes, Tejashri.
I really don't recollect that, but it's from S.
Okay, I will tell. King Shuddhodana and Queen Maya. Okay,
Yeah,
so the name of Gautam Buddha's parents were King Shuddhodana and Queen Maya. Now coming to the next question. Whom did Gautam Buddha married? Yes, Suraj.
It's Yashodhara.
Yes, right. Next question. Where was Gautam Buddha born?
Lumbini.
Right. Next question. What do we venerate the tree as?
Bodhi tree.
Yes, right. Correct. Now see. These are the new words you can see, that is sacred is holy, renouncing to give up, secluded is quiet, realm is kingdom, west is search, illumination is lighting, venerate is regard with great respect. So for today the homework is you have to read stories of Gautam Buddha and relate one story in the class. That is your homework. Thank you.
Okay, shall I start?
Yes, Suraj.
Hello?
Yes, you can.
Okay. एक सेकेंड ना स्क्रीन रिकॉर्डिंग में देखूं तो मैं स्क्रीन शेयर हो रही है क्या?
यस यस
अच्छा, वो कैसे हो रही है? नहीं, ये फॉर्मेट में नहीं चाहिए ना मुझे। क्या हो रहा है ये? शेयर स्क्रीन, इंटायर स्क्रीन करना होता है, विंडो करना होता है या टैप करना होता है?
नहीं, एंटायर स्क्रीन करना होता है तो प्रॉपर दिखेगा।
बट इंटायर स्क्रीन में आवाज नहीं जाती ना अगर वीडियो लगाऊंगा तो यूट्यूब का?
आती है ना, मतलब आप लिंक से शेयर करोगे क्या?
हाँ।
विंडो में करो सूरज, उसमें आता है। फिर विंडो में करो।
अच्छा, विंडो में करना। अरे राम, क्या है ये? विंडो में मैंने किया और मैंने प्रेजेंटेशन का विंडो लगाया। हो रहा है, बट मैं उसको जब इसमें ला रहा हूँ ना, प्ले कर रहा हूँ तो वो प्ले नहीं हो रहा है।
मुझे फुल स्क्रीन नहीं हो रहा है क्या?
तो वो प्ले कर रहा हूँ ना मैं, तो वो प्ले वाले मोड में नहीं जा रहा है ना।
वीडियो क्या?
नहीं, पीपीटी। इंटायर स्क्रीन ही करता हूँ।
हाँ।
Okay, is it visible now?
Yes.
Okay. So, good morning, students. My name is Suraj Prakash Lokhande, and now I am going to show you some pictures. Observe them and tell me what you observe in that pictures. Okay, observe these pictures carefully. Okay, so now who will tell me what you observe in these pictures?
Various lands type. I mean lands. Yeah.
Okay, various type of lands, right? Yes. And something else?
Various type of forest.
Various type of forest, right? And in various type of forests, we can see a various type of plants are there, right? We can see a different type of plants. Some are floating on water, then some are tall, right? By observing their surroundings, we can guess their habitat, as these plants have adjusted themselves according to their surroundings, right? And this is what we are going to learn today. So our topic name is Living World, Adaptation and Classification, in which we are going to focus on plants adaptation. Let's take one example to understand the concept of adaptation. Whenever we travel to a different city or country, we find it extremely difficult to adjust to it for a while due to changing climate, food, water, etc. Right? But as time progresses, our body begins to adapt to the new environment. So this process of gradual change in body parts and also in behavior of organism is called as adaptation. So a definition of adaptation is gradual changes occur in body parts and also in the behavior of organisms, which helps them to survive into their surroundings. Such changes are called adaptation. So, moving ahead, as I have told you, our main topic is plant adaptation.
अबे यार इसमें
So, we